Hello, and welcome to Puzzlers Anonymous. My name is Kevin, and I'm a puzzle addict, and I hope you can hear me alright, or like there isn't any shenanigans. I have the windows open because it's just so delightfully warm here in Madison, but I'm painfully aware of all the noises outside. Though, the thing that always cracks me up about YouTubers is, you'll be watching a video, and they're always like commenting on the noises outside, and it's like, bro, we can't hear that. Simon from Cracking the Cryptic, the channel that inspired this, he's always talking about Maverick going by. I can never hear Maverick. I did in my last video, I noted the boiler going off in the background, and I could hear that in the playback, so I'm not crazy. But you probably can't hear the wind or the birds or the highway going by. If we have the F-35s going by, you'll probably hear that. Juniper was startled by those. She was sitting here just a second ago. She's very funny because usually the F-35s don't distract her or scare her. Like, she's fine with any noises. And this is a noisy house. The boiler makes noise. The water softener is... I live in a small house. It's 900 square feet. So, like, the utility room is, like, right back there, and it doesn't have a door. So everything that happens back there, you can just see it here through the whole house. But none of that scares her, but when the garbage truck goes by, terrifies her. But then today also the F-35s set her off, which is a bummer. But yeah, in general, weather's nice. That's good. Gonna go biking after this and get cat food, but yeah. Oh, my other video. If you're watching this because the other video I made about how a trumpet works, I'm getting more views on that than anything that I've ever made. It's like, and it's not even close. It's escaped containment. The general public is seeing that. But if you saw that and you're checking my other videos, I'm sorry to say, it's just me solving crosswords. If something else comes up that's interesting to me, I'll make another one. But that was just like a one-off. I'm not gonna like search for more things like that because I'm not trying to become a YouTuber. But it's given me. I keep getting the notifications. I'm getting like comments. I'm getting likes, and it's giving me the same dopamine hit as when I was on social media, which I had to quit because I cannot control myself. I have internet addiction, so I had to quit all of my social media. And like, yeah, having a YouTube video that is successful by my standards is bad for my mental health. So I can't look at that. I just gotta puzzle and do what I do and not pay attention to the likes. So yeah, I am gonna puzzle, and I mentioned in my last puzzle video that I was sick the week of the 15th, so I did not do that Thursday, though clearly I did the Wednesday and Friday. That was the Wednesday and Friday I did on Saturday when I was starting to feel better. So I was like, I can do stuff, but I don't want to go out. So I was like lying in bed doing crossword puzzles on my phone. But today we're going to do this. But I do want to show you this one. Gina and I did the Sunday yesterday, and it was freaking bonkers. Spoilers for the Sunday, March 29th. But it was roundabouts is the theme. And there was no revealer. It was just these crazy... I did not know it plays the song again if you reopen a puzzle you already solved. That is good to know, because when I wanted to get access to that audio, I had to really quickly solve a Monday, and I could have actually just opened any puzzle I'd already done. But yeah, it's just, there was no revealer. There was just these roundabout clues here, and it ended up being, they would like, so like this one, 42, nevertheless, is just but. That's it on its own. But 52 down, you have to start here and go around the roundabout. So it was Mayor Pete, which is Buttigieg, so you had to go that way. And then 43 across is rear end, which is buttocks. So you had to do B-U-T, then down to T, and then ox. And then 14 down was alternatives to zippers on blue jeans, which was button flies. You had to go over and down and around and back and spell it in reverse, which Gina was very impressed by me that I could spell them in reverse, because when we do the crossword together, we I do it on my phone, and then I AirPlay it to the TV. So she's just looking at the screen, but I have to type. Which also, if you've ever done the Sunday New York Times crossword on a phone, these boxes are so tiny. It's so hard to like read them. I'm gonna get vision problems just from doing the Sunday crossword on my phone. But here we go. Let's do Thursday. Thursday Puzzle Club. John Kugelman. I've seen that name before. I feel like he's done quite a few. And this has gray boxes and circles. So that'll be interesting. Wow. I'm glad I looked at the Sunday before this, because these boxes look downright gigantic now. A boatload. The first one is gray. Is a boatload a measurement? I know that a buttload is actually a measurement. Like a butt or a buttload is like a specific amount of gallons. Is it a gross of gallons? Is it 144 gallons? It might be. And a gross is a dozen dozens. But I don't know if a boatload is an actual measurement or, I don't know, it's just some play on that. Resident of Muscat. Is that in Omar? I don't think Omar is anything. Oman? Yeah, Omar is a person. But I think Muscat is in Oman. That's going to be embarrassing when it's totally wrong. Like some flaws. Don't know. That's okay. I never expect to get these for the themes. I'm just getting them in my head. Blank badge. I think of merit badge, which does make me notice there's 5 untouched clues in here, like ones that don't have a gray or a circle. And then there might just be some Thursday shenanigans for the gray and the circle. Crooner Mel. I feel like there's a lot of people that could be, but I can't think of any right now. Cool. Now we have to find the revealer, which I'm guessing is going to be 64. Correct. Certain hockey and soccer infractions, or a hint to this puzzle's circled and shaded squares. First off, we're talking about circled and shaded squares. I feel like we're in a Rebus watch right now. It's a pretty good chance Rebus will be here. But what are penalties that are in both hockey and soccer? Is it just penalty? They're called penalties in both, but like they don't have like cards. Do they have red cards in hockey? Red cards would work. And I feel like that might have something to do with, you know, those could fit in the specific squares. I don't know. Well, but let's figure out this one. Let's just use the downs to solve this. Utter foolishness. I don't know. Do for Jimi Hendrix. So I think this is thinking of a hairdo. So I think it's an afro. Noted San Francisco weather phenomenon. I don't know this one. Oh, yes I do. I thought it was going to be something really specific, like a nor'easter in New England, but I think it's just fog. Trying to think if I can get it just from this. Oh, offsides. Yeah, that's something that is... I was thinking it'd be like the name for like the type of punishment, obviously, because I said red card. But it's just offsides, which does exist in both hockey and soccer. It's funny because I talked about offsides in my last video, not my last puzzle video, but the trumpet explainer video. So the circled and shaded squares are off sides. It's a hint to it. They are on the sides. Are they like an on and off? It doesn't say on and off, it just says off. Gosh. Well, which of these do I feel closest to know the answer into? I feel like flaws. I feel like it's going to be like fatal flaws or something like that. And again, 5 letters. Does fatal fit in here? Yeah, miles away would be a far. Born this way and I'm coming out. That could be so many things. Gene Arp. It's a Dadaist, right? Yeah. I mean, I only know that from crosswords, but ooh, this is looking a lot like it's going to be fatal flaw. And then I'm just going to be very confused about what makes that offsides. Choice words. Don't know. Setting for Arthur Miller's The Crucible. Because it is my name.
Because it is my name!
Because I do not have another.
Because I cannot have another in my life!
I mean, it was like New England. It's the witch trials. Is it specifically in Salem? I read it in high school and haven't read it since. I feel confident that I can put in fatal here, even without those other ones. I love a theme like this, where I have the revealer, I have an idea of what's going on, and I actually have no clue what's actually happening. That's great. I put in merit badge, obviously, because I feel good on that, even if I don't know what makes it offsides. Who is... I don't know Mel. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put Omani here. Because that's what I was thinking. And a boatload. That could be a lot of things. Can we do this with off? Can we do... Is there any combination of O and F that would make this make sense? I don't know. Let's try working around. Word with napkin or nose? Gosh, I don't know. Tickles. Amuses? No, but it would work if we assume some shenanigans here and do it like that, but then I'm just never gonna know what the hell those mean. Okay, well, we can get this. Clothes that are ready to be thrown away, that's rags. Decidedly not. I want it to be nah, but I don't know. Homophone of 39 across. Yeah, I don't think that would be it. Big Bad Wolf's disguise is grandma. Okay, is this getting us anything? I can't think of anything that goes with napkin. Or with nose. Okay, let's abandon that one for now. Try a different one. I feel like masterclass, I think it's gonna have to do with dogs. Like a dog's training to follow their master, but even if this was dog, I still don't know what the second word is. Actor Hammer. Army Hammer with the weird spelling. And also, isn't he a cannibal? I shouldn't spread rumors, but I've heard. Analogous is probably alike. Analogous to rump. I want to be derriere, but I think that's spelled differently. Peeve is irk. I always think of peeve as a noun, but this is going to be a verb. Well, this one I can just put in. I was going to go back to the downs, but everybody knows Ted Lasso, a fictional AFC Richmond coach. I remember talking to a friend, because they made like AFC Richmond merch, and I was talking to someone about like, you know, how it's cool, like you can buy merch for the team now, because like it's not a real team. And my friend was like, well, yeah, Kevin, I know it's a fictional show. You don't have to explain that it's not a real team. But it's like, if you watch like a movie, like Gina and I are doing a thing where we're watching a bunch of baseball movies. And if you watch Major League, it's about the Cleveland Indians. Like the Cleveland Indians were a real team. Now they're the Guardians, but like, you know, it's fictional that Charlie Sheen is their pitcher. That's not true in real life, but like that team exists. My point was like AFC Richmond is not a team that exists in real life. I wasn't explaining that like that the show is fictional. But yeah, is this gonna be Yeti? Lepidopterist's needs. Is that someone who works with lepers or with leopards? I don't know. Operation Neptune, familiarly. I don't know what Operation Neptune is. The site for indie designers is Etsy. Does that give us anything? Still doesn't make sense. Ah, gosh, we're in the dark here. Can we get anything with this? Lock in, so to speak. I want to say focus, which again would work if we just ignore this. Is it offsides in that it's like off? Like the button is off and we just never put anything in there? I don't know. Thomas Jefferson's belief. This is deism. That's like the clockmaker God. Like God set the universe in motion but doesn't interfere after that. I feel like that was an attempt to reconcile the Enlightenment and religion. Ordnance Depot. I want it to be an armory, but that is not enough letters. Hey, no argument here. No idea. This is a tough one. Nighttime woe. Which is like the dark. Luggage. I don't know. Let's see if we can use the acrosses to get more of these. Forensic analyst's workspace is probably a DNA lab. Moon, that's a neighbor of Ganymede and Io. It's probably Europa. I think that's Jupiter that has a bunch of them. How Jean Valjean repeatedly breaks out in Les Miserables. I don't know. I've never seen that. I should. Scratches out is probably ekes out, so this is enough to get us something. Part of an order. That's going to be a nun. I didn't look at that clue before because it doesn't actually intersect with our themed clue. Like an order of nuns. See, it'd still give me something like armory, but I don't know it. I don't know. It's going to be like look. Or lock. Lock. Yeah, I don't know. Apnea is a nighttime woe. I think that was in the puzzle yesterday. But it was yesterday for me. It wasn't yesterday for the New York Times. This one ran a week and a half before this. Okay, luggage is just bags. In song. That's funny. It's not how he breaks out of jail. He breaks out in song. That's funny. Oh, and it's not armory. It's arsenal. Oh my God. When I wasn't paying attention, we got a letter over here. I was so caught up in just solving clues. Well, that's mania. That's a word. So what? These two together are going to make off somehow. Is it Romania? I don't know how that would make offsides, but it would be a word or a name. I don't know. The O is in XOXO symbolically. That's hugs. The last time that this clue came up, I pulled up a clip from Nacho Libre, but I can't pull the same bit twice. I wouldn't waste my time getting the same clip from Nacho Libre and inserting it into a video again.
Geese, hug, hug.
That's just not the kind of thing I would do.
Little hug, geese, little keys.
Oh, Masterclass isn't dogs anymore. Let's look at the downs here. First, president to sit in the Oval Office. It's not George Washington because they had like a different building then. I don't know what it is. It's Vera, soothing, aloe, funny, haha. Halo console, Xbox. Why did I pause there? What happened? Something went wrong with my brain. Tripping in a way, I want it to be on LSD. Does that work for this? Cards in a wallet or purse, informally are IDs. Okay, yeah, so then this is oodles, is the boatload. And then let's go back. German with the. Oh. I would want it to be. Why did I say with? German the. I want it to be das or der, in which case oodles is wrong. It can also be die, D-I-E, D. I think that's right. Deep cut is probably a gash. Usually deep cut is a reference to something that's obscure, but it could also be a literal deep cut. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But exploiting an IRS loophole is to tax dodge, like the national dish, tave kosi. Tuve kosi? Baked lamb with yogurt sauce. It's gotta be Albanian, I guess. Don't know this. Where to find the towns Bigfoot and Tarzan? Texas. Cool. So this is Taft. Lock in. Ensure? I think that's right. So this gives us Romania. And it gives us oodles, which is foodless. Yeah, I think I have 2 theme answers already, and yet I still haven't figured out the theme. What's happening? A hint is puzzle circled and shaded squares. Is offsides. And we have like an answer, and then you add those and it makes another word that is completely unrelated to there. Is it going to be a thing where once I have it, it'll, like, all the grays will spell something and all the circles will spell something? Well, I know now that these are going to be real words. Like, when I was looking at this, I was thinking maybe it's like amuses and you have to skip that, and it's not that. It's just answering the thing. But it doesn't help. Online gamers' bane is lag. Look, ooh, hey, no argument here. Look, I get it. I get it, man. No argument here. I get it. That's fun. Rump. Don't know. How about I do some ones that I've never looked at all? I feel like I should know this one. Remember when I said I was going to look at ones that I haven't done before? And then I looked at one that I've done before. Okay, opposite of paleo is neo, because paleo is like archaic and neo is new. Voice of the modern age, Siri. That's fun. Still don't know Mel. I'm kind of just doing crosses now, because I already looked at quite a few downs for this, right? No, maybe I didn't. Electric sign filler is neon gas. Choice words. Don't know. Catcher's wear, probably mitts. You always talk about catcher's mitt. Tickles. Okay, got to go back to the acrosses. It's the only way. Beginning of the spelling of Hera. It's got to be Eta, because it's a Greek one, and that's a Greek letter. It must be the one for that. U blank German subway. I think it's going to be the Bahn, because like Autobahn is for cars, so this, I think it's like a underground Bahn. I never knew that, and I might be wrong. It has Earth's highest and lowest points. Iowa. No. I don't know. I mean, the highest point is Mount Everest, so maybe this is Asia, and the catchers. Ooh, catchers also wear masks. Yeah, I bet it's Asia. But what's the lowest point on Earth? NCAA's Elite Eight. They always do fun little alliterations with those. Certain fatty assies. The fatty assies. I like the fatty assies. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
This video's over. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Certain fatty acids informally. I mean, it's like the omegas, right? Does that just work? Yeah, it's got to be. Country singer Lee Ann. I want to say rhymes. Could be. These could just be wrong, but I feel pretty confident in both Neon Gas and Masks. Sorry, I'm fully dedicated to this. I'm not yawning. At peak. I don't know. Gaelic gals is lasses. Locations for some posers. It's where all my haters are. Or is it pose like posing for a photo? I don't know. Masterclass. Don't know. I'm really kind of striking out here. I think this might be possibly net. Maybe it's like something with catching things. Don't know that. Showing things as they are. Reality? Even that's tough. Utter foolishness. Inanity. Are these gonna be more letters? Was I wrong to think that this would... Like, it sure fits there. I didn't need to add any, but like, maybe some of them do. Maybe we're still on a Rebus watch. Nation whose name sounds like a plea for seconds. Wow, I don't know. Blank Virtue, 3-time gold medalist ice dancer. It's probably Tessa, but I just don't know who that person is. Word after finger or poke. I want it to be poke ball. Maybe it'd still be, but a finger bowl isn't the thing, is it? Is that like the Buddhist monk that was like, his only possession was a wooden bowl, and then one day he didn't have his bowl, and they said, "Where's your bowl?" And he said, "I have a perfectly good bowl at the end of my arms." Like, I still don't think you would call it a finger bowl. Well, here's an idea. We got something. Final as an example. Probably test. Contractors' figures abbreviated as estimates. Ests of first rank. Is that just ace? Maybe. Let me go back to this because this I've gotten more. Peak. I don't know. I don't know. I think... I mean, I could start just like solving it. But even if I did... Oh no, there's stuff around here that can fill stuff out. Alright. Initiate the solve protocol.
Initiate the solve protocol.
We're initiated. Well, I think the first thing is looking up what a lepidopterist is. I think it's gonna be something with like bugs. Yeah. Moths and butterflies. Why did I say bugs? I was specifically thinking butterflies. I don't know why I do that. I still don't know what that... Oh no, I do know. I know this. Rump is a tail end. Oh, and then Operation Neptune is D-Day. So then this is probably Emerita. So, masterclass, it's not class like lessons, it's level. So masterclass is God tier. That's great. Mimicked. I don't think I ever looked at this clue. I think I could have got this if I saw it, because that's aped. That comes up a lot. So tickles is pleases. If I only had to look up one thing on the solve protocol, and it's a thing that I could have guessed, that's pretty neat. But also I wasted it. Ooh, but this looks... That doesn't look like anything. Or no. This could be an I. It could be if at all. Yeah, because napkin ring and nose ring. Okay. So maybe this is... Nah. No, because it has to be a homophone with this. So this is nay. And then this is nay. Gay anthems is what Born This Way and I'm Coming Out are. That rocks. Choice words. And or? Yes, because you're choosing and or. So, Mel Torme, I don't know anything about that person. Oh, this is idiocy. So this is probably stormed. And then Samoa is nation whose name sounds like a play for seconds. Is it Womack? Okay, so it is the finger bowl and poke bowl. I'll just have to trust it on the finger bowl. No, let's look up finger bowl. We've already initiated the solve protocol, you know? It's a whole thing. Gently dip all... It's a thing for Southern living. Dining etiquette. What? So it's like if you like eat with your hands, then you dip your fingers in the Wawa. But it's like supposed to be fancy. I'm not into it. I don't like it. Just use soap, guys. Let's say this is Tessa. Oh yeah, because 69 is probably yoga mats. That's a location for that. So then this is probably realism. So peak. Okay, so peak is probably anger. And yet this guy has not figured out the theme. I solved the puzzle, and I don't get it. Well, if we were to go with the grays, this would be fries is the grays. And then the circles are salad. Oh, I don't like this. So it is sides that you would have at a meal, fries and salad, and they are off. I don't like it. I'm sorry, John Kugelman. I think this is a dumb theme. But thanks for watching. Be safe. Bye.